Hello there, I'm here once again, live on Twitch with absolutely no clue how to do these openers. I always stumble at these, don't I? Anyway, if you're new here, I'm late to the beard party. Been playing mostly older games, lots of emulation. Oh, well, I always lose my stride doing this. It's not like I can practice that well, because being live is completely different to just being in front of a camera and not doing anything. But anyway, how are we all doing this week? I've had a nice quiet week. I've had some annual leave, so been nice and blissful. I'm back at the office on Monday, so but it's been nice to have a week off. Got another one end of October as well, so yes. Loads of links below for you to have a look at. YouTube playlists, book on Kindle, Discord, everything is all down there if you would like to have a look at those. The game that we've been playing recently is a delightful little game that is way too overpriced on the second-hand market. Panzer Dragoon Saga for the Sega Saturn. A game that I was lucky enough to pick up 20 years ago. And yes, literally several weeks ago, it was just a last minute decision to play the game. I hadn't an idea of what I wanted to play, and literally about 5 minutes before I hit go live, I just thought, you know what, let's do Panzer Dragoon Saga. Game I'm quite familiar with because I have beaten it a few times. Yes, so where were we last week? Actually, let's get the game screen up, and here we go. I love the Saturn intro, and I love the music for this game as well. I think I've said multiple times, the music in this game is just absolutely fantastic. Perfectly suited to the game. There's not a single track that's out of place. This little bit here for the main menu, wonderful piece. I love it. I'm not going anywhere with that, am I? Anyway, last week, where were we? I remember where we finished off, which was we had. Oh yes, we the previous 2 weeks ago we had entered into the tower at the behest of Kramen because he wanted to show Edge something, and basically revealed that the towers are an artificial. A system for artificially keeping the ecology of the environment of the world going, and I think you did that a little bit wrong. It's supposed to be you're out of bubblegum. Or did you deliberately do that? Yes. So yeah, Kramen wanted to make sure that the Empire didn't get the power of the tower. Unfortunately, the yes, you have had a long day. Yes. Where was I going? Sorry. Yeah, the Empire caught up with us, captured everybody, killed Kramen. Now, Azel opened up the tower, unlocked it, powered everything on, and then the monsters came out and killed everyone except for Edge and Azel, who managed to get out. And as they were heading out, they were followed by this massive swarm of monsters from the tower who completely overtook the Imperial army. And that's where we started last week, where we found our way to the Seekers' hideout, and Gush wanted us to help him by destroying the Grigori, which had been overtaken by the monsters. Literally just a feeding frenzy. Everyone human on there was dying, and the monsters were absorbing the ship and taking control of it. And yeah, that was fun. That also led us to discovering that Gash believes that the dragon is the divine visitor that he's been waiting for, and that with the dragon's help we can get into the tower and gain access to this thing called Sestron. Now, Sestron is this like phantasmal set of tunnels, kind of like an internet, that connects all of the towers from around the world. They don't know how many towers there are, but what they do know is if we can destroy Sestron, or at least shut it off, they'll all switch off. And then the monsters won't be as difficult to deal with because they're no longer being controlled by the towers. And hopefully humanity can take back its place in the world. That's what Gash wants. Now, Edge has decided to go along with it. Azel has even decided to go along with it as well. Now, where we finished, we had just gone into the tower and we picked up a couple of things from the very top of it, because the tower is just this big puzzle thing that we have to work our way through. And once we get to the bottom, we can then trigger the end game sequence. It's quite a lengthy thing, so I think it's going to take up the first half of the this stream tonight. I'd like to get to the finish and see the ending before the halfway mark, which is in just over an hour. Might take a little bit longer, but we'll see. And yeah, picking up the last of the D units, we transformed into, let us just load into the game so we can actually show you. And we had transformed into the Lightwing Dragon, which is apparently the ultimate dragon form. Now, I don't like the Lightwing. Let's switch into this view here, because then we can actually see what the dragon looks like. It looks more like a fish to me. I mean, it has one leg rather than two, which just makes it look weird. And the colouring doesn't help stop it looking like a fish. And it's disabled the ability to be able to transform the dragon into different modes, like attack, defense, spiritual and agility, because the dragon's considered at max for all of these at this point in the game. And as I say, it's considered the ultimate dragon form. It's wacky, it's bizarre. Gameplay wise, it is the best dragon. As I say, it is considered the most powerful form, which means the berserks that we have, which ones are they? These ones here, these can only be used when you're in certain modes. Like, you can only use a healing one when you're in defense mode. Assault wing can only be used when you're in attack. Berserk is when you're in spiritual. Swift if you're in agility. Actually, protection might be the defense one, and healing is the one in the middle. But they use 3 gauges in the combat and no BP. Kind of useful, but not as good as the items. Yeah, and I'm still missing that. I might have missed that somewhere. Actually, I've definitely missed it from somewhere. Don't think I'm going to find it though. So yeah, we left the tower to do some final things, and one of the things we did was we picked up this little guy who's floating behind us. A little baby dragon. It's just been following us. Now, unfortunately, for those who love the baby dragon, I'm just about off to do something with it, because this is a little secret. This here is the Zoa Forest, and what I want to do is head inside. Oh. Ow. A little difficult to control here because it's... Yeah, I'm going to head down here because there are these dragon crests. I say crests because there's one there, and then there's another, a plinth here. Now, if I activate this, we put the other crest on, and the baby dragon and our dragon are kind of merging together. And now we've got the solo dragon, which is even more powerful. Light is blinding me. The dragon's true form. Saturn now faces... I did not see what that said. But yeah, now this one, we can actually transform into different dragon modes now. But these... What's interesting here is these are all different dragon models from previous games. Like this one here is the dragon from the very first game. I think it was just called the Blue Wing Dragon originally. That is the dragon who was the villain of the first Panzer Dragoon. Where are the other ones? Now that, I think that's one of the first forms that you get in Panzer Dragoon Y. If we move that to the middle again. Up here we get another form from Panzer Dragoon Y, and then down here is another one again. And we can kind of morph part way between them to create some really wacky dragon shapes. Not quite as wacky as some of the ones earlier on in the game, but I'm going to keep things like this because I like this design to the dragon. Actually, I was just there to have a good view. Yes. So, it is slightly more detailed than the dragon from the original game because this is a more powerful game engine that they developed for this game. But yes. Now, even though it's smaller, and technically it isn't quite as powerful because I haven't got all of the abilities available to me, so these berserks are only available in the different forms. I've never even used them. I think when I did my first playthrough I tried them out, but they weren't really worth using, if I'm being honest. So there is there's one last thing we need to do in the game overworld before we head back to the tower. So we've pretty much got everything we're going to get from doesn't matter which way I go out the map, it's the same sort of distance. Yeah, the last thing that I'm going to do is head back to Georgius, which is where we found Shellkoof, which is the ultimate villain of Panzer Dragoon Y, the flying tower thing. Because now we have enough power to be able to destroy these. Takes one more than I thought it did. Ah, yes. It really does not like me doing that. I'd forgotten it did this. Yes, that is Shellkoof destroyed. And there's no more need to go back here. So, Seeker Stronghold technically is still available to us. The caravan's technically still available, and so are the ruins of Uru. And also the stuff back at the beginning of the game. But there's only really one place left to go, really, and that is the tower. And I can't remember how long it's going to take to get through this, but I've got an idea of how long the ending is. I think it's about 20 minutes in total. Once we jump into the final fights and then get to the credits. So, what we need to do is fly downwards past all of these things. Now, we need to remember what we need to do here. Okay. I think I've uncovered all of these bits already, so I'm hoping I'm hoping we can just head straight down and disable the disable this. Yes. So that gives us access to this area further down. So what have we got? Save points. Okay. Now once we get to the bottom of this, there is a... Actually, is the bottom of this area. Okay. Once we get right to the bottom of the tower, there is a save point and also an elevator that takes us right the way back up to the top again, which is a very useful thing to do because it saves us having to fight our way all the way down again, or all the way back up. So, right, this just heads straight to an elevator. I have a feeling that this takes us through to a middle section because the tower is built up of 15 floors, and every floor has a map to it. So I think this should be level 12. Okay. Yeah, because there are 3 above us. Yeah. So this one literally leads into a central area again. What are we fighting? Twin Guardians. Oh, I need to remember how to fight these things. Okay, there's some anti-shot targets. Right, okay. Oh, one of them is anti-shot, one of them is laser. Okay. Oh, darn it. Okay. Able to damage one of them. That's something. Oh, that was a lot of damage. But I've got 4,500 health, so I can take it. Right, one more hopefully should do it. Yes. Okay. So yeah, just destroying one of them was good enough. Okay.
今のがこの塔のガーディアン。確か一体下の層に。ええ。いいのかヤゼン。今ならまだガッシュたちと一緒に行くことだってできる。
心配しないで。それにこれは私自身が決めたことだから。
そうか。なら行くよ。
And without her, there's not much we can do. Right. Okay, so literally in here, there's just that fight. Okay. And all we have is, if I can just move around. There we go. Let's see what I do. Yeah, Grigoric being chewy. Your jokes are terrible. Okay, we're down to floor 11. Right, now there are going to be some dangerous things along here. I love the glowing lines on the ceiling. That's a nice extra detail. Oh. Okay. I don't think I have any choice here. Yeah. Didn't have any choice, had to set the alarm off. Gorpitaras. Oh. You know what? I'm not going to take any chances. Okay, that was overkill. How close to leveling up am I?
今のが警戒システムのセンサーよ。警戒態勢を解かないと次々と襲ってくるわよ。
Not far off leveling up.
対空センサー始動。
Okay.
当該の警戒態勢を解除します。
なんだ
Right.
このスイッチ。
この回の警戒システムを切り替えるスイッチ。
Yeah, that literally is what the thing just announced. Didn't he listen? Okay, as long as we don't set off another one. There's going to be quite a few of those. Literally, when we came through previously... Oh, yes, here we are. Yeah, this thing. Need to make sure that slots in. So it will lift it up. I'll show you what happens if we don't do that on the next one we find. Like here. Looks like something out of old Borderlands, I think. Sentinel. Right, don't let it... Just get 3 gauges. Okay, 2 of the laser was enough. Yeah, don't want to see what happens when that attacks. Is that enough to level? Not quite. Still got a ways to go. Yeah, so we want to make sure that we don't aggro those things. Yes, very near to leveling up. I'm probably going to see maybe 2 more levels before the end of the game. Maybe. Definitely going to see at least 1 more because, yeah, we're almost there. You know, if elevators had this music, offices would be so much more ominous. Right, so now we've got to go through an almost identical route. Can we get around? Yes, we can. So I don't think we can fly through the gap in the torso of those things. Hello there, Tom! How are we doing, Tom? We're making our way down the tower to finish the game off. We are definitely going to have it finished tonight, though. I've just got to avoid these beams. Oh, got caught. No worries, I can easily kill these things. Hello there, Swampy. Okay. 1 more blast should do it. Oh, here we go. Ow. That was a lot of damage. A close call, yeah. And a level up. Max BP didn't rise. Oh yeah. BP is now maxed. Right, so I'm going to turn around. Oh, I've got to go back. I've got to go back and turn off the alarm. We're just going to keep getting attacked otherwise. Scorpitaras, okay. Right, I think... yeah, let's do this one. Armageddon. Yep, they did it. Right. Okay. Turn that off.
対物センサー始動
Because if I don't turn that off,
警戒態勢
the doors further on won't open. So, how are we doing for health? I'm down 1500 at least. That'll do. Right, so attempting to get through the sensors again. Whew, okay. I don't know if there are any more on this floor. Right. Now this should lead us out into the central area, and then we've got a couple of options of where to go. Right, so those...
ここ最初来た時には通らなかった。
ここがちょうど真ん中の層に当たるわ。塔が起動したせいで内部の構造も少し変化してる。あそこの接続部分を切り替えて
Need to activate the rotor bridge. Oh, the rotor bridge controls which ways we can get through. So this one should put us on the right hand side of the map. West Passage. And this one leads to the elevator going down, which is not where I want to go. So I want to go to the northern room, because that one doesn't go anywhere, which means it's going to have some secret stuff in. There we go. So, what do we find in here?
H 上のエネルギーパイロンを
Cool. Try to actually be able to see it. Right, I don't know if we can come back up this way. Just gonna uncover the bottom end of this map. So I want to try and make sure I've explored everything. So let's head back through. Go on one. That one activate. come over here, so we're out of the way. This way again. Because I don't remember the full layout of this place. The first disc I played to death because I had the demo version, which literally was just disc 1 with the word demo printed on the label. So that was up to the first time we fight Azel. So yeah, I unlocked every single berserk that you possibly could in the game at that stage. So I had like Berserker Rage, and I think just 2 uses of that at that point was actually enough to take out Azel in that first fight. Right. Okay. I think we're limited as to where we can go here. Yeah, we're inside the tunnel in this middle area, so this is the floor down from where we were before. So this just leads to another dead-end room with a way down. Yeah, similar to that other one. I'm not going to go down that way just yet. I can't remember where that actually drops us down to. So I think I'm going to head back up and try the first one. See where that takes us. I don't know. I mean, technically we should be able to fly back up, but I don't know if the game allows us. Some notifications on my phone there. Activate super speed in these tunnels be a good idea. Not so much when we've got those motion sensors that we need to deal with. So I'm hoping we can fly back up again after this. Ah, right, so... Okay, some healing items, nice. Actually, let's try... Nope, we can't go back up again. Okay, so we're heading... Ooh, I don't know. Are we going to be heading up or down to this elevator? We are heading up. We're heading up. Where does it come out? So we were on level 8. So which floor does this take us up to? Ten. So we've skipped floor 9. So where are we on the map here? Oh, I think I know where this is. I think this will lead us out into the the central area above where the the turntable is. So I think up here is a dead end. Okay. There is a green thing on the map, which is down. Here we are. Okay. Right, so I think that should be level 9. Yep, North Passage, which should have an elevator. No, not an elevator. A hole in the ground. Okay. Right, we can't turn that off yet.
あれがローターパイルの3号機よ。スイッチは7階のどこかにあるわ。
Okay. Okay then. I don't want to turn this just yet. Let's... Yeah, let's head up here. So I can't remember where the one was that we destroyed previously. I think that was this one. Yeah, it's the one we've already been to. So... I'm just trying to think. That took us down to... Yeah, we need to take the take that other hole we created on level 8, I think it was. So, which way do I need to go? I think it's the west tunnel. I have a feeling is that one there. Let's find out. Yeah, I want the other one. Yeah, as this is the final dungeon, this was designed to be a bit confusing. Because it needed to be a challenge of a sort. Excuse me one moment, I'm just going to turn my fan back on. It's still quite warm. Okay, right. So this should take us down to level 8, I believe. Unless I'm miscounting things. Yes. So we need to get down to floor 7, which is where that way will take us. Right. So, dropping down through another hole in the ground. So this one will take us down to floor 7, which is where we should be able to find the switch. Okay, not in here, is it? No, that would be far too easy. Okay. Heading back up to... Oh, yeah, now I remember. There's 3 rooms to the far western side of floor 8, and it's a loop that you have to do to go through all of them, and one of them leads to the switch. So
ここまで来てまた行き止まりか。仕方ない。引き返して別の道を探そう。
待ってエッジ。ここから下に抜けるのが一番近道よ。手がかりを探しましょう。
first off, activate that. Ah.
こういう仕掛けか。
Okay. Let's take a look at the map. There they are on the far left hand side of the screen. Not got to them just yet. We're just in this dead end. I think. Yes. Got just enough lasers to be able to destroy 2 at once. And we can head down. So this leads us back to floor 7. Yes. So. Aha, yes. Okay, so if I'm right. Yeah, the 3 rooms on the left hand side of the map of floor 8 line up with those 3 in there, although I don't think they'd actually line up if you put the maps on top of each other. But let's see. I think we can only access those rooms if... Yeah, can't get through that door, so... Got to head this way. And this should be an elevator that takes us up. That went quite a long way. Still floor 8. Okay, now check the map. And yet we go through into those 3. Yeah, they don't line up if you put them on top of each other on the map. So let's just do these one at a time. Zoom past everything. Okay. Okay, so right, that enables us to go through the floor here. Come on, there we go. Yeah, that's it. So right, so this one will lead down into the middle of the 3 rooms down below. And there should be something nice in there, hopefully. No, there's nothing in here. So can we go into the southern of the... Or is it blocked off? No, it's not blocked off. Ah, okay. I thought there were some items in here. There is an item here, which is more healing. Okay. Right, so to the northern of three rooms now, and there should be another switch in there to activate those. I think they're sensors of some kind, or whatever they are. They make a big hole in the floor. Right, so that was the one we'd already been through. Right. And down we go. So we still haven't found the switch. I'd imagine it's got to be in... There we go. Rotor pile 3.
ダイレクトアクセスに切り替えます。
Ah, save point. We know what that means. Save point and healing items. Try blast chip. We know what that means. There's a fight coming up. Probably another one of those guardians. Or twin guardians. Okay. So... I was expecting there to be a fight. Ah, okay, so where the heck are we? Right, that's the one we just came through, I think. So if that's floor 8, so that's the northern route. I think what we need... Now let's just go through and find out. I'm getting myself confused. It's difficult to know what direction I'm facing. In the towers? In the tower central area? Okay. Right, yeah, that's... So hang on a minute, what's further up? I won't lie, I'm getting somewhat lost in this map. Up. Oh, up is the rotor pile.
作動停止します。
Yep, so that's the rotor pile. And I don't actually need to move that at all, because that should lead us to the elevator that takes us down to the next area. And I think we've uncovered everything floors 7 and up. So that effectively puts us halfway down the tower. Yeah, I am going to play this to completion before I have my break. How long that is, I'm not sure. Probably another half an hour at least. So my break might be a little later than normal. So, is this a boss fight? Yes, it is. Battle droid. Oh. I'm not going to give you a chance. Do we have a weak spot at all? Yes, we do. Oh, wow. Okay, apologies for the strobe there. Oh, timing. Right, I'm going to power up 3 gauges. Bloody hell! I don't want to know how much damage that'll do. I'm going to put a strobe warning on the VOD for this. Okay. Actually, it's currently... You know what? I didn't realise that was... Yikes. Okay, I didn't realise it was that close to being destroyed. I mean, this assassin mod for the gun is ridiculous. Hello there, Papetsu. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, they didn't really have time to balance the game properly, and I think they decided to make the game easier rather than too hard. But then the game's more about the story. That's my feeling on it, and I love the story of this game. Minor existential crisis here.
あのガーディアンたちを見てかわいそうだと思ったんだ。目覚めた時は違ったかもしれない。でも人間だって生まれた時から人間らしいわけじゃないんだ。多分君は人間になったんだよ。
Whether that's a good thing or not. Okay. Right, so we have 2 ways in and out of here. Hey, we want to head down, don't we? Not up. Yeah, I don't mind games if they're too easy, as long as they've got a good story to go with that ease. Oh. Make sure we don't activate any more of these. Oh, very narrow. Just got through. Ah, we've already been in here, haven't we? Just about managed that. Oh. I'm just about halfway through. I think this floor 6 I'm down to. So heading towards endgame. Not the first time I've played through the game either. It's one of my all-time favourite games, in spite of everything that's wrong with it. Okay, down we go, hopefully to floor 5. So I've got another game planned for the second half of this stream if I've got enough time to get started with. It's going to be interesting to see how my system manages it, because it's quite an intensive emulator that one runs with. Ooh, I already activated that when we came through last time. This one's turning rather a lot quicker. So take things easy going through this bit because I don't want to activate the alarm again. Oop. Take it easy. That's the system that will turn the alarm back off if I accidentally activate it. Ooh, didn't see the second one back there. Yeah, kind of surprised I didn't use the transparency effect that the Saturn can do. I think I've been in there already, or have I? Right. So that should enable us to go straight past rotor path 4 once we get to it. So. Okay, so where are we now? Bottom floors. Right.
最下層。さっきのガーディアンを倒したことで、銅の防衛システムもだいぶ無力化してるわ。1階まで降りれば、最上層までの直通エレベーターが使えるかもしれない。コントロールエリアに降りる前に、塔の外へ出て、体勢を整えることも可能よ。
Yep, not a bad idea. Okay. So, step 1, deactivate that one. That is the next rotor pile, so I think it's just that one. Here we go. Yes, I do have a book on Amazon. It's not for young readers, I will warn you now if you are interested. It's a science fiction action adventure turned psychological horror. Feel free to have a look. It is on Kindle as well if that is your preference. But any interest will be welcome. If it's not your thing, that is absolutely fine. But thank you for taking a look anyway. Right, so this is a part of the map that I do not remember much about, so I'm just going to go... Oh. Just going to fly around this whole map and unlock everything. It's absolutely worth doing so. Nearly. Nearly got caught by that. Not that flash chips will be much use to me here. Oh. You don't really want to YOLO it in here, because I think some of the doors lock if you set off the alarm. I mean, in some ways, getting around is easier. I think it does both, actually. It sets off the alarm, and then, although the lasers get switched off, some doors get locked and you can't get out. You've got to find the system that turns them off. And in a map this big, that would be a pain. I can't remember actually where it is in here. Now, those things... You've got to line up the turning of the head with the torso, because if you don't line that up, they break out and you have to fight a guardian of a sort. What have we got here? Ah! That should be the thing for rotor pile 5. Right, so that means once we get back to the central bit, done the full circle. Rotor pile will be able to turn off. And then that should be the last thing blocking us to the very bottom of the tower. Okay. So at the northern end of the map now, I think. Yep. Right, so what's in these ones? Ah! That's an elevator that leads up to here. Okay. Nothing in here. So if I'm right, this one also... two empty rooms. They may have planned to do something with those rooms, but... Right, that tells me that I think there's still more to discover in here, because those two bits coming south off of that northern passage, elevators dropping into those, I think there'll be elevators up from the floor below, and we're on floor 4 or 5? Ooh, I thought for a moment I got the timing wrong on that. Okay, so that's the last item there. And this should lead us back into... Yeah, that is the full circle. Right, we'll be coming back here once we find the elevators that lead up to this floor. Yeah, I'm slowly re-remembering the layout of things here. I mean, it took a good couple of minutes to fly all the way up from the base when we came out of here originally. Right, so need to head in here. So, which floor is this? Floor 2, right. I'm playing on emulator. I have played on original hardware several times. Unfortunately, I don't have the space to be able to set up streaming on console. But I absolutely love emulation. I love what we can do with it now. The fact that we've got working emulators. I'm actually using Mednathan. I played around with RetroArch originally, which was by using Beetle Saturn, but the control system for it just did not work at all. RetroArch does not... It doesn't like 6-button controllers at all, so I actually removed my Mega Drive emulating from there as well and switched over to Kega Fusion. Releasing right gate. Okay, I'm not sure where the right gate is. Time it right. There we go. That one's probably the left gate then, if I'm right. The left gate, okay. Right then, so... Just managed to get through there. Right, so that stops the... Okay. Right. It's probably not going to be possible to come back through there. Still open, isn't it? Okay. Is that now blocked to me? No, it's not. Okay. I think... Unless they plan for it, I think I can literally just go back through here to come around rather than having to do the full loop. Hopefully. because there's items behind both of these. Ooh. So this one's necessary. What does that unlock? Rotor Pile 6. Okay, I think that's the one I... Yeah, that's the one I found further down, so I should be able to just take this down. I've got a couple of laser builds to get through. At least one. And I can find out what's in the item box on the other side, because I saw a red marker on the map. Yes, thank you for letting me know that. Okay. Right. So this should head round to the left door, as it was called. Yep. I like the fact it actually literally says left dogeto, which is Japanese Roman or katakana words, literally meaning left gate. That's another thing that is a bit disappointing with the game, the fact that they weren't able to get the actors to recite the dialogue in the language of the game, the Panzerese language, because that would have been an extra bit of immersion for the game. So what have we got? Berserk Vampire. Oh, that's one of the... Absorbs life force. Yeah, not what I'm going to want to use. Okay, so... if I'm right, there shouldn't be any laser fields between here and getting out. Oh. Back up a little bit so I can see that thing. So I've got one more of these to get through. Goes up this way. Let's take it easy, don't rush it. I did wonder one time what would it take to actually get up to max level in this game, and I think I got to like level 70 something, and I kind of gave up after that. And I think the max level is like 99, but by that point you're so powerful, it's absolutely ridiculous. Okay. Right, so that was floor 2. And here we are at the end game. Do one final save. Now, I think I've got, yeah, I mean, I've got loads of healing items, and I've got more of the complete heal than the heal 1,000, and the complete heal would heal me completely, which is nearly 5,000. And I think I've got a few. Yeah, I've got 6 ambrosia. So yeah, at this point, it's just a case of picking the right door. So that one heads all the way back up again. So if we wanted to get out and get some stuff, which I don't think I want to, because I think I've done everything I need to with the base game. So through here, and I think there's a trigger where Azella warns us that this will be the end of the game. Here we are.
でもあなたこそいいのエッジ。私自身セストレンがどんな場所でどんなところにあるのかさえわからないの。それが こへ行けたとしても帰ってこられる保証はどこにもないわ。
So, one-way trip.
あなたの方にこそ選択肢は残されているのよ。今ならまだあの里の人たちと一緒に行くことだって。
君をここに置き去りにしてかい。君は何がどうあっても進む気でいるんだろう。それは僕も同じさ。
そうね。以前はあの人の望みに応えること、それが私の存在の全てだった。だけど今の私は自分の意志で自分にしかできないことをしたいの。せめて今だけは一人の人間として私が私であるために。
そうか。
ありがとう、エッジ。今のうちにお礼を言っとくわ。私がここまで来られたのはあなたのおかげ。
君のおかげでもあるさ。
Right. Just in case, I'm going to go out and save again so that the game has recorded that I've triggered that conversation, because that was lengthy. Yes, it is possible to skip it, but I like to have these things cleared. One thing that is a bit disappointing with the story is the fact that all of the character building between Edge and Azelle is done right at the end. Because I think they had to truncate the story a bit and cut out some of the stuff that they'd planned. I'd love to see them get as many of the original team back together, those who are willing, to do some kind of remake of the game. And out of all remakes of the game, this and Snatcher are at the top of my list, because I think they're games that so many people have missed out on. And they haven't aged particularly well. I mean, Snatcher's aged better than this one, because pixel art is really popular these days. But yeah, they both deserve remakes. Unfortunately, all the corporations just want to make remakes of already popular games. But yeah, let's head into the end game. So get your Kleenex ready. Those of you who are liable to need such things. And they weren't able to do alternative cutscenes for all 3 different types of dragon you can have at the end of this game. So they just got the one that most people would, or they used the one most people would have. This, I think, is where Kramen died.
始めるわ。
This was the tune that played when when Edge saw Azelle for the first time in the mine.
アゼル、君は。
私はここに残るわ。まだやることがあるから。
なんだって？
あなたをセストレンに送ると同時にこの塔を破壊します。そうすればあの人たちは無事逃げられる。
そんな！アゼル、君はどうなるんだ？
わからない。だけど大丈夫。死ぬわけじゃないわ。早く。本当はもう一人にはなりたくない。だけど私は。
Yeah, they didn't really spend enough time together to really build any kind of relationship.
だからそれまで待っててく
And now it's about to get trippy. All that's left is something dead. Yeah, this is something I think they threw together very, very late in development. I think they didn't quite know what to do for a final boss, and they literally just threw together something that in some ways is quite lazy. But as I say, I forgive them for the fact they really did have to rush to get this game done in time. Because they originally planned, I think, an early 99 release, but they had to get it out early 98. I don't think this one has weak spots. I'm not sure how many gauges I'm going to need to defeat this one. Yeah, the crunch must have been awful. I think one more should be enough. Ah! Okay. We might see another level up as well. Okay. I'm just gonna... once you get to the end of the game, you get the final state, which I think is the Dragon Eye, or the Eye Dragon form. And then if you pick up all the D units, you then transform into the Lightwing Dragon, which I really don't actually like the design of it. It looks too much like a fish to me. And then there's two things you need to get the Blue Dragon, which is you have to get the Dragon Crest from the the Shellcoof Ruins, which I think at the same time gives you the other thing you need, which is the Baby Dragon. And then when you take those to the Forest of Uru, which I did right at the beginning, I think you joined the stream after I'd done that. Yes, you did. You take the Dragon Crest there, and then it turns you into the Blue Dragon. Yeah, it's the dragon from the original. I think to get the Blue Dragon in Panzer Dragoons Y, you've got to do some very specific stuff. I can't remember what it was you had to do. But one odd thing with... just a moment. With the Lightwing Dragon is it deactivates this mode. You're literally considered as being full power. And when you get the Blue Dragon, it transforms you back into... or basically reactivates this so you can have some kind of gimmick modes. I think most people who've played this game to death say that gameplay-wise you're better off keeping the Lightwing, but as I say, I really don't like the Lightwing design. So yeah, this is probably my favourite design of dragon out of all the games. It's the classic view, or the classic version. So I think these ones just progressively get more powerful as we fight them. Yeah, this is another piece of music that I love from this game, and you only hear it at this stage of the game. Ah, right, so this one does a bit of transforming. Okay. That did a little bit of damage. How much will that do? Not much, if I'm honest. So let's use an item to heal up a little. Yeah, that one will do. Yeah. Oh, Sega Saturn Shiro. That's a character that we never got in the West, which is a real shame. And the advertising that we got for the Saturn back in the day was terrible. You know what? I don't care how much health you've got, I'm going to take out most of it. Yep, that took out most of it. And just for the hell of it, I'm going to do that again. And I think that should finish it off. Oh, not quite. I think last few... Yeah. There we go. That finishes that one off. Only 3 left to go. 3 left before... I think there's one more dragon after that, and then it's the final fight. I think they really should have added some narrative to these sections that have something like almost like Saturn talking to you, like warning you to go back. Anti-strike wing. Ah, this one's going attack class. In that case, I am going to use a shield chip. Because although shield chips are expensive, how much damage does this do to you? Doesn't quite bring him down. It's one of the one of the forms the dragon can take. I think the when they were designing the end of game bosses, they just thought, what could we put you up against? And basically other dragons was the first thing that came to mind, the simplest option that they had. Oh, there we go. Hopefully I'm going to have a chance. Yep. I mean, I'm at end game, so I might as well use the items I've got. Oh, I need to get some berserk points back. And let's do this again. Now, if this doesn't kill it off, I should be able to do it with a couple of laser blasts. of my own. One was enough. Okay. Another level up, and I hit level 50. Okay, I think I should use some healing items before the next one. Right. Does it for those. Okay, back up to full health and everything. Yeah, the actual final boss of this game is really weird. Really, really weird. So the anti-Panzer wing. So what does this one do? Is this one spiritual? Oh no, agility. Okay, well, say goodbye to the first lot of your health. I'm not sure how many shield chips I'm going to need, but I'll keep using them. Oh, there's no point me using the gun at this point. I'm not going to do anywhere near as much damage as I will doing this. Right, so I think one more of that. And I should be nearly done with this one. It's almost strobing with the hurt animation. So I think one more after this. And that should do it. Yes. Oh bloody hell. Another level up. At the moment I've got a mod on my gun which does ludicrous amounts of damage to weak points, but otherwise it does next to no damage. So unless there's a weak spot on the enemy, there's no point me using the gun. And my lasers, I think I'm doing about 1,000 damage in one go. So the Berserker Rage is slightly better because in 2 gauges I'm doing 2,400 damage. I think if I move to attack mode, I'd probably do even more damage again. Let's do another heal up. Okay, health is okay. Berserk. And it. Yeah, so this last one I think is spiritual, so this one's probably going to be firing berserks at me. I'm not quite sure what you're saying there. Attack is stronger laser. But actually, yeah, if you increase attack, then yes, it will do. The lasers will do more damage, and also the gun as well, because they're kind of linked. Yeah, the spiritual class of dragons look really weird. Oh, Armageddon going off. Starting off really hard there. Yeah, I'm just going to keep using Berserker Rage. I see no reason to switch. Blade Storm. I think I'm going to need to make sure I have 1 gauge ready to go for the getting another shield up just in case. Oh! The timing there. It fired it off literally just as the shield wore off. Right, since I've just used the shield, so this one should put him into the blue, the damage. Not quite. So I need one more. I think I might need 2 more Berserker Rages. Oh, retaliating, are you? Yeah, I'm glad the shield doesn't have like a health meter, so that it can only take so much damage, because in some fights you'd just be constantly putting new ones on. There we go. And I don't know if I'll need... Actually, might as well just do one last one. And that should finish it off. Ooh. Well, this should do it. I honestly thought I was going to finish it. Okay, another excellent. Oh god, and another level. I didn't think I was going to hit level 50 by the end of the game, and I've just had, what, 3 level ups in a bunch of fights? Okay, one last dragon there. So, does the health... Right. Okay, there's no saving here, so only thing I can do is just move on to the next fight. Ah yeah, this is the last one.
とうとうここまで来た。お前の望んでた場所だ。さあ、答えよ。お前の本当の力を見せてくれ。
戻ってきたのだ。しかもその人間は与えられた使命を守り続けることこそが我々の役目。しかしお前はその意志の外に存在する。排除する。あの時と同じに排除する。誤った意志も絶対の客人も。
Ah, you think so, do you? Right, I'm going to need to use every shield that I've got here, because this thing hits very hard. And I've just noticed that thing almost looks like a fetus. Yeah, whether that was a reference to Gygus from Earthbound. I have played it several times before. As I say, it's one of my favourite games of all time, in spite of the issues with it. Yes, I am familiar with that. I've also got a copy of the novelisation, although it's written entirely in Japanese. And someone I used to know who read it said that the Divine Visitor in the book is literally just referred to as someone that Edge looks at and the dragon talks to. So I'd love to be able to read that, but my Japanese is nowhere near good enough. Right. Yeah, unfortunately, I am aware of that. I was lucky enough to get hold of my first copy back in 2003, and it cost me a fraction of that. And I got hold of the Japanese and American versions as well back in the day. So I count myself very lucky in that regard. So these cutscenes we're actually seeing are from Panzer Dragoon Y. So I think this is showing the story of the dragon. Because it originally grew from a mutated coolia, as they call, which are the two-legged pack animals that they use, and left Lundy behind at the end of that. I can't remember where the original Panzer Dragoon fits in the story, because this main story mainly covers this one and Panzer Dragoon's Y. Ah, there he is at the right, that's interesting. I don't recall seeing that, because in that cutscene there, you can see Lundy is riding the blue dragon. That kind of indicates that that's the form of dragon that you're supposed to have at the end of the game. I'm not sure if anyone would play that much. I mean, if it was in pristine condition, say factory sealed from the late 90s, then maybe someone would play that much. But as much as I love this game, it absolutely is not worth those kind of prices. I don't think any game is worth that much, personally. It's a shame that... Ah, there we go. So yeah, Panzer Dragoon's Y happens first, then there's the original Panzer Dragoon, followed by Saga. I had a feeling that was the case, but I wasn't certain. It's been a while since I played this. So yeah, I think there was a theory that that rider at the beginning of the original Panzer Dragoon was actually Lundy, but I think there's some bits that indicate otherwise. Right, so when does this thing start attacking? Ah, now it starts attacking, I think. So, where's its weak point? That's a question. There we go. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. I'm so glad I put that shield on. Oh, that destroyed the shield. Right, okay. Right. Yeah, I can kind of get that, but it's a fantasy game. I think the Blue Dragon is probably the best design they ever did. Unleash Ghost Dragons. Detect surroundings. It's trying to shoot me. Every time that thing moves, I'm not building up any gauge. Right. Do something silly. Right. Oh. Nope, 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 nope. I want to get a shield back up. 7 left. Hopefully they should do me the rest of the battle. I mean, the wings of this dragon are... I think the best description I can think of is kind of like bat wings. Although they don't have the fingers. Activate vibration detection. Oh dear. Oh, it's going to destroy the shield again. I'm not sure if it's transparent. Definitely glowy. Right, another shield. Oh. Oh, I literally just put a shield back on. I'm going through all of these. I don't recall it doing that. I don't want to know how much damage it does. But all I'm doing at the moment is just putting shields on and losing it immediately. So... okay. Right. Okay. I've got a feeling it's about to do something. Something I need to defend myself against. Oh, I'm down to four shields. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. I think it summons something. Right, I don't know where the dragon's gone. Oh! Timing. I'm going to get hit. Yeah, it's just summoned a version of the fish boss from Panzer Dragoon 2, I think. Right. I'll have to start using the Berserk shield in a minute. I am aware of that, yes. I don't know if that's the reason why they... it just destroyed my shield. Yeah, because the Panzerese language they created was a mixture of English, Japanese, Greek, Latin and German. It sounds fantastic in the first two games. And for the opening of this game and the two post-credit scenes... Can I do damage to it here? Yes, I can. Okay. Right. Let's do this. Yeah, because there were a couple of cutscenes that they were able to do the language for, but yeah, it's not Japanese. For this one, most of the game is in Japanese, but what's it doing? Yeah, it's a fake language they created for the games. The ending credits song for this game is also sang in that language. I think they were able to recover the language for Panzer Dragoon Auto as well on the Xbox, although I don't know for certain. Oh, I think I'm going to need another shield. That's my last shield chip. Okay, what are you going to do? Summoning something else? Use Golia. Oh, that's the boss from stage 3 from Panzer Dragoon Y, I believe. And actually, think about the German language. I think Zwei is actually pronounced Zwei in German. Hey, that does nowhere near as much damage. Oh. Psychic field. Oh. Clear status. Ah. Right, I'm going to need to use this. Yeah, I think with the Japanese, for the Zwei, it's spelt 2 with the 1010 on it. I did do some Japanese studying some years ago. Right, its status is green, so I can get away with blasting it. Right, I can do one more Berserker Rage before I need to use any items. I think it's getting ready to do something. Will I have time? Yes. Oh dear. Yeah, might as well use this one to recover all. Yeah, it does look quite parasitic. Uh-oh. What's it about to do? Oh, it's just moving. Ooh. Okay, yep, it's shooting another thing at me. Use Drenholm. That's the, oh, the boss that was defending the ruins of Uru. I think that's all the story we're going to get until we defeat this thing, so... Just keep doing 2400 damage to it until it dies. There we go, one more after this and it should be dead. Use prototype D. Ooh, I think that's the final boss from Panzer Dragoon 1. I think we had Shellcoop already. Right, let's risk it. Ah, thank you. Will this be enough to destroy it? Oh, not quite. Oh. I'm going to take a hit. Nooth. Oh, that's what that thing was called. That's, that was the secondary thing that was flying over the village at the beginning of Panzer Dragoon Zwei. Right. Please be enough to kill it. Yes. I don't think I'm going to get an excellent for that. And here we go for the ending. Quite a bit later than I anticipated. And for the ultimate twist. In its true form.
君だけなのだ。絶対の客人
The name I put in right at the beginning.
世界を人の手に返そうとしたあの時から始まった旅の、そして数千年にわたる使命が終焉する時が来たのだ。さあ、ボタンを押してくれ。少年エッジに宿りし魂よ。再び全てを始めるために。
And yeah, the game will literally sit here until I press a button. Like that.
Arigato. そしてすまない。
そうか、君が僕の中に。君こそが絶対の。
Yeah, when I first beat the game and saw this ending, when the credits started running, that is one of the only games that nearly brought me to tears. This is one of the cutscenes that they were able to do with the language. And the only time that we see Gush in the full detail that they've planned. I love the sound of the language as well. It's just such an unusual sounding language. There's probably languages in the world that sound similar, because I'm not familiar with all languages, obviously. But yeah, I think for Saga there isn't enough demand to justify it, and when you consider the Panzer Dragoon 1 remake didn't sell very well, there's been no word about the Zwei remake that the same people are working on. It's been a couple of years now, so I love this song. Yeah, in the actual language, they pronounce the name Ej. Actually, that's interesting, because this is the first time I've played the American version, because I'd always played the European one before. So the fact this is coming up in Japanese. Yeah, in the Japanese, they have two sounds. They have E and G. They have no, like, sh sound. So that's why in the Japanese they pronounce it edgy. But for the Panzerese language, at the very beginning of the game, it's pronounced Ej, which I actually like. I really like that sound. Yeah. I apologise if that's a bit quiet. There's one more cutscene to see, and that's at the end of this song. Yeah. Because if I remember correctly, the English translation was put through very, very quickly. Obviously with no English translation. There was never going to be, because the first two didn't have it either. But they really pushed to get the game released in both America and Europe in very short space of time. Normally it takes quite a while, but this one they really pushed it through quickly, and I'm glad they did, because otherwise I likely never would have been able to play it. Although, if the game had never had an English release, we would have seen a project to translate this version. Or sorry, not this version, the Japanese version. And then the Japanese version would be worth even more now than the American and European versions. And I did pick up a copy of the album for this as well. I think it was the first game I ever picked up. Yeah. It's a shame that the singer didn't have a chance to really practice this better, because it does sound like she's struggling a bit with some of the sounds. It could also be they might not have been able to get the best singer available. It could have been the only one available at the time. But there are bits where you can hear her voice breaking. I've listened to this song so many times. Yes. Yeah, that's a game that most people in the world will never get to play. And if there was a remake, it would probably sell okay. It probably wouldn't be a massive success, not like the Resident Evil 4 or 2, 3 and 4 remakes that have happened recently, but they were hugely successful games back when they were originally released. Yeah. Yeah, I'd heard that there was a lot of trouble with the development, but I do remember that when they first showcased the first Panzer Dragoon, even the people at Saga were looking at it thinking, how in the heck did they do that? And then with what they managed to do with Panzer Dragoon Y, the fact that they got the game running at a higher resolution, higher frame rate, more polygons on the screen, and higher resolution textures, all on the same hardware, that was an amazing achievement. I think Panzer Dragoon Y and Saga are two of the best looking games on Saturn when it comes to 3D graphics. My phone keeps going. Yes, but yeah, that is quite a bit later than I thought we were going to finish the game. That was a whole nearly 2 hours. I thought it was going to take an hour, hour and a half. But yeah, now for the the final cutscene of the game. Probably my favourite.
To enor particitas zo, agor bis gina to es. Tunsi. Civitas to feng jada transiu. Tu estu intersevernia. Laus desesifir lofisa esa mutus.
I'm not sure if what he said exactly. Total flight distance, okay. Not many games have stats. Field map coverage. Oh, 95%. I'm surprised I even got that much. Right, there was one more item box I missed, and that was probably the last Berserk. Spiritual closeness. Your quest shall live on forever in myths and legends. And final piece of artwork. There's a website somewhere, I can't remember the name of it, that has loads of scans of the all the official artwork for the game and all the concept art that they did, and it's absolutely fantastic to look through. I really should look it up. But the spiritual thing, I think that might be a reference to like the dragons and like the divine visitor. Which I think from here, actually, it's a bit late to start up a new game, but I'm just going to carry on for a bit longer, not have a break. and finished slightly earlier than normal. The French artist, I only know the name he went by, which was Mobius. There was a bit of controversy with his work for the first game as well, because what happened was they did their designs for the creatures and sent them to him kind of like as fan art, and then he did his own versions and sent them back, and they used his versions, but they didn't credit him for it. Because he was a huge inspiration for the artist. They loved his style, so a bit naughty there. But I think they did credit him later on. I wasn't paying attention to the credits, so I don't know if he was credited in that one. So let's play around with the post-game stuff, because I mean there's not much post-game, but there is one thing that is different. As it loads in. Oh yeah, which one is it? Oh yeah, that's the way out. I did not know that. I didn't even know there was a floppy disk attachment for the Saturn. Right, so this elevator should take us all the way to the top of the tower. And then we can get back to the overworld where the post-game stuff is. Ah. That looks like it's going down. There we go. Yeah, I thought I knew about the stuff that they'd done for the Saturn, but clearly not that one. I know that there was a modem. There was actually a modem for the Mega Drive. Not many games used it, though. So should be able to just head up this way and head out. Yeah, I mean, most of the best adapters and peripherals and things were Japan only. So there we have box game. It's things like there was an ISDN adapter and a network adapter, I think, for the Dreamcast, so you could plug a Dreamcast into a normal network and get internet that way, and the short-lived ISDN stuff as well. So here we have a post-game, which is kind of trippy. They had a lot more planned, and the post-game stuff available for Panzer Dragoons Y was amazing. You could literally play as any dragon in the game, power yourself up, make yourself invincible. But yes, here we are, a baby dragon. I've no idea what's being said. So let's wait until morning. Got all the little babies playing around. Yeah, I have no idea what they were doing with this. It's really quite trippy. And I think you can save. Nope, you can't. You can't save. I mean, I only discovered this when I just mucked around with the game. There's two locations that you have access to, like the Ancient Valley, which is based on the the valley map at the beginning of the game. Rolling start. Oh yeah, this is a race, isn't it? So yeah, I don't know what... This feels like literally the map at the beginning of the game. although there are some differences. So yeah, the fact that I've got the the item that gives me higher speed means I should let's try that again. Yeah, I know this stage of the game I think Edge and Nazelle are going to be on the dragon no matter what. But yeah, I'm going to see what time I can get for this. I accidentally went straight for the exit, so I did one lap. Oh, it didn't let me go any higher. So yeah, got to avoid all the obstacles. There's probably a leaderboard somewhere in the world for people. Oh yeah, definitely a reference to Daytona. They may have even tried to get permission to use, if they'd had time, they might have tried to get permission to use the actual audio bite from the game, just for fun. Okay, right, that's easy enough. It's just one lap. So the original world record was 3 minutes. And Fleet on the Lake. I remember the time attack up there, but I don't recall this. Actually, I think a new one's popped up as well. Ah, right. Got to do as much damage as possible. So, 3 minutes, do as much damage as possible. Can. There's probably someone around the world who's figured out some pathway to take through this to get them to do the most amount of damage. Is there a map in here? Nope, there's no map. See how much I can do, and then so I think I spotted a new map location at the bottom of the far south of the map. I don't know if this is an infinite map that just keeps going, or just reproducing more stuff as you go around. Seconds. Okay. Let's exit that. I think. Oh, that's the exit. Yeah, and that's literally it. That's the whole post-game stuff. Just a couple of little mini games and a little thing where you can run around as a baby dragon. No, I only remember this because I just found it randomly. So once you've beaten the game, you get that little marker at the bottom of the map. While you can interact with things, it doesn't seem to do anything. So yeah, we have the exit, and then yeah, you can go back to all the different locations, do stuff, and you can also go back to the tower, go to the bottom of it, and do the final boss again. I don't recall there being, aside from oh, the baby dragon at the beginning of Panzer Dragoon's War, I don't recall there being a baby dragon in there. But yeah, the opener is the only thing I remember it from. But yeah, I mean, the game basically leaves itself as the
塔に行くのは今でも怖いけど、何もわからないままでいたくないの。
I didn't realise there was more dialogue with her. Yeah, so 14 hours total to finish the game. A little bit more than some people. I think the average they say is between 12 and 14 hours, but I have taken my time going through stuff. I think my first finish of the game was 16 hours, and that was really taking my time. So yeah, I think there's going to be a slightly early finish to the game. Just pause the emulator there. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the games I've seen people argue it proves that you don't need to have like 30, 40 hours to make a good RPG. Because I mean, even if you speed through it as fast as you can, it's still only like maybe 8 hours, I think. There's probably people out there who can beat it in less than that. I don't know if there's a speedrunning community for this game. And I dread to think what kind of glitches and things they may have found. Yeah, oh, what's the biggest one I can think of? Dragon Age Inquisition took me 38 hours to finish on my first run through, but then I was really taking my time and going through everything multiple times, and some of the maps I ran around multiple times trying to find stuff, and I didn't even find everything. Some of the quests I never finished. Oh, what else was there? There's another one I was just thinking of that gave me for flip it, actually it might be, yeah, because the save there is for the internal, and then there's a cartridge RAM, so there may have been the extra one for the disk drive. So yes, that's a good point. I'd always wondered why there was that extra one. I mean, with emulator it doesn't really matter, because the emulator has a separate internal RAM and memory cartridge as well for every single game. So, and this one doesn't even allow you to have it spread across all games. So you have to set up a game with multiple discs to be a multi-disc game, which can be a bit of a pain. It's easy enough to do. You just M3U files, I think they're called. But yeah, I fully appreciate the game has a lot of issues with it. It was rushed to completion. There are glitches throughout the whole game, especially the European version, which is one reason why I'm probably never going to play that version again. I'm going to stick with the American one from now on. And I do have the Japanese version, although obviously entirely in Japanese. So I can't play through it. Yeah, I think we're going to be finishing up around there. Next week, I'm going to be starting a new game. And if we'd finished, say, an hour or so earlier, I would have moved on to the game now. But I would have only been going for another half an hour anyway, so there's not much point switching over. Actually, that's a very good question. Are we raiding? Oh, Oh, yes, we have a Maticus Finch who is currently live. I'm just going to switch over to this view so that the audio doesn't pick up. I don't want to. I'll stream somebody else. But yeah, I don't know how late they're going to be running through, but yes. Yeah, Matt's a good friend of mine. I've known him for a very long time. He kind of inspired me to kind of start streaming myself because he started streaming, did quite well with it. And I thought, you know what, I'll give it a go. So he's currently playing Devour, which is a horror themed game. If you've seen Phasmophobia, it's a similar sort of thing, but with a demonic theme to it. The idea is you've got to do the exorcism. I think you're members of a cult, but the leader of the cult has gone demonic, and it's a case of we need to stop this. And you've got to capture these like mini demon goats and sacrifice them in order to kind of stop it. But as you do more of them, she gets more aggressive. And it's like when you get to the last ones, it's a case of you're struggling to survive. But yes, we shall do that. Now I'm just going to set my, where is it? Just setting my holding screen for as we finish, because I always switch to a thanks for watching thing at the end. But yes, make sure to have a look at the links below if you have not already. There's my YouTube. There's a bunch of playlists on YouTube for all the games. So this is going to be the last one for that. This, I won't be splitting this into two halves, which is what I normally do, because I haven't got a break in the middle, so there's not a lot of point. Well, I don't think I'll be able to find a good point to split it either. But one video is fine. There's also my book on Amazon and Kindle, if you're of the sort to look at that, but not a book for young readers at all. It gets pretty brutal about halfway through. And there's also my Discord on... I'll link down below if you would like to have a look at that as well. So thank you everybody who has been along for this ride. It's been a fun I'll delve down memory lane for me. Yes, one of my all-time favourite games. And next week, I might as well just say what game I'm playing next week. I've actually got the RPCS3 emulator running, which is the PS3 emulator. And one of the games that actually runs quite well is Heavenly Sword, one of the release titles, which had the moniker of being called Goddess of War, because it was similar to the God of War games, but with a female character. It was really short, like a lot of launch games are, and it didn't really show off what the PS3 was capable of. It kind of gave us an idea, but yeah, I have played the game before, but I've never beaten it, and that's what I want to do. Yes, one of the first PS3 games released, and I believe still quite a good game. And being that it's running on the emulator, I've also been able to get the game running at 60 FPS, whereas it was locked at 30 on PS3. What's weird though is that the game's perfectly happy to do it. You just change one setting in the emulator and off it goes. But yeah, hopefully as long as things are running okay, because that emulator is still in alpha release, so prototype. But it runs a lot of games quite well, so we're going to give that one a go. And as it's quite a short game, it should only be about 3 streams to do it, and then after that we'll be going to hopefully a PS3 horror game for August. So that's going to be fun, probably August and November. But yes, so anyway, let's finish this this good old stream. So yeah, thank you to everyone who has been here. I hope you've enjoyed it. VOD will be up on Sunday if you're interested on YouTube. So yes, I will be back again next week, Friday, 7 PM GMT. As per usual, I mean, my schedule's down below. If you are not in the UK or GMT time zone, I think the schedule should actually give you the time that it's on. But other than that, I hope you all have a good weekend and a good week. And if you would like to join me with raiding Maticus Finch, then please stick around. But otherwise, have a good one. Bye.